What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another pre-market watch list here today, where we're going to talk about a few stocks we think could be good for the day. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? That might echo. You might get an echo for a second. I do apologize. Sorry. But anyways, so you can see on the watch, I got two stocks, Netflix, MNK, and then there's a few others penny stocks I was going to talk to you guys about. So I thought, you know what, I'll switch it up a little bit. All right, I will switch it up a little bit. So there are tons of people I know that like to trade penny stocks. And again, I have nothing against penny stocks. You guys know my outlook on them, so we don't have to talk about them anymore. But there are some of you that would like to see more of them. So I am taking a little bit more initiative on trying to bring some more penny stocks to the watch list to hopefully help you guys a little bit more. Not necessarily that I'm going to trade them. I might follow them. Maybe I'll trade them. But all in all, I'm going to put them there for you guys so that way you can look at them. Again, a lot of you guys know my outlook on trading. I like things that move in big values. There I see you can essentially make money on. So if I don't particularly see the value on it myself, I won't trade it. But again, my value doesn't equally mean your value. So again, I'm going to try and add some more penny stocks, maybe kind of spice up the watch list a little bit more so it's not always so geared towards maybe large caps. So we're going to try and bring a little bit more to the mix. So I'll do my best on that. All right. So there are a couple stocks beyond what's just on there we're going to look at. There's a few penny stocks that we'll talk about that I think you could follow. So let's get into it. All right. Let me share the screen here. All right. Close that by way down. Hold on. Give me a second here. Today, probably not going to touch on any of the gold ETFs. Daniel, no, the free month coupon code is no longer valid anymore. It kind of ran out yesterday. Moleman, send me a direct message on our Discord chat room, all right? So to fix that issue. All right, guys, so first one here on the watch list I'm going to talk about, I'm going to run through Netflix really fast. I don't think I've had Netflix on the watch list for a couple days, so I think Netflix is coming or getting ready, or it's potentially to an area where we could see it have a nice short play, all right? So Netflix, again, it's really struggling to have green days. Even the green moves kind of sell off really quickly. So I think we're seeing Netflix kind of trade into somewhat of a bearish pennant here. And I think, again, if we still have that, and here's the other thing, right? Even on the days where the market's going green, you know, Netflix is still kind of struggling to go green. So, again, Netflix is kind of doing its own thing separate of the market. But I do believe we could be seeing another short play coming in on Netflix here. So what I potentially see is sort of a, small little bearish pennant. We even call it like a small bearish, flat bottom breakout or breakdown, something of that nature. All right. So if you look back here, I'm going to draw on the screen right here. If you look over here, kind of had something similar happen right there. It was chopping sideways for a couple days. It led to a breakdown. Same thing here. It's kind of channeling back and forth. Let me zoom in a little bit more. It's kind of channeling back and forth. And I believe today we could see a breakdown. Now, granted, it doesn't have to break down today, but for the past, what do we call this? 1, 2, 3, 4. So for the past 4 trading days, right, we see Netflix bounce a little bit. And each one of those bounces got quickly sold off, right? And then every time it tries to bounce again, it sells off really quickly. So the bullish traders are going to start kind of giving up on this particular area, which means the sellers will probably take control here very soon because the buyers obviously can't get it to bounce, so it keeps channeling and trending down, which it can only do that for so long until it really needs to kind of give way. And I do think we could potentially be at that today or maybe tomorrow, Netflix is getting ready to kind of sell off here, maybe down to lows of 250 to retest that previous low point of 250. So I think we're kind of aiming towards a short on Netflix, right? You can see by this 5-day chart, we have the bounce, down, up, channeling some more. So maybe the breakdown's not today, maybe it is, but the consolidation and rally is starting to get tighter and tighter and tighter, which means we should have somewhat of a move starting to take place on Netflix very soon. So I'm going to watch it today and for tomorrow for a potential short play. All right. Next one here is MNK. So MNK, I wanted to point out because it did get Citron Research sent out some information about them yesterday regarding the only clinical trial they had going for them failed. So it appears that the main clinical trial that MNK had going for them essentially failed. And then there was also some information in there that sounded as if the company MNK was also trying to somewhat hide the information about them failing the clinical trial for X amount of days until something was published. So it seems like there also may have been a little bit of some shady activity trying to hide some of the clinical trial information. Not positive on that, but from what I gathered, it kind of sounded like that. So Citron tweeted about it, some bad news. We've seen it sell off. It's downtrending. I think that there might be some opportunity for continuation in terms of a short. So I think it might be one of those stocks where, although it isn't just screaming at you, I think there might be some hidden potential in MNK. So going to be following MNK today for a short. Right now, pre-market, it's not really giving us much information. So this is something you'd want to watch when the market opens and see if you can gather some kind of game plan within the first maybe couple 5 to 10 minutes of its trading action. All right. Money stock. Let's see. Sorry, guys, just reading through a couple comments here. All right, so next one I will talk to you guys about is, man, I gotta remember the ticker here. One second. Okay. So this is one penny stock I could recommend some of you guys might want to keep on watch. BIOS. All right. So BIOS, you can see yesterday picked up in volume here. It doesn't really trade all that much volume, but yesterday all of a sudden we had this day of a lot of green volume. So is it a fluke? Maybe. Is it just random? Maybe. I do believe BIOS did receive some news yesterday. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it was a different stock I was looking at. But something I did notice with BIOS that you guys might like is if you look at maybe do like a 5-year chart or a 3-year chart. I think you should go back to. Let's do 4 years. 4 years weekly chart. So if you look at, let's do 5 years actually. Excuse me. Sorry if you're hearing me chew my gum there for a second. I apologize. So if you look at a 5-year chart, you could even do a 4-year chart, but I like the visual look of a 5-year chart here better. If you look at a 5-year chart, the 5-year chart on BIOS, on a weekly chart, even the day, I'll show you the daily too, but here on the 5-year chart, you'll see that BIOS is starting to break out right here. All right, you can see flat top, resistance, 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 breaking out. So it's arguable that maybe in the coming days, coming weeks, we could see the price of BIOS increase in value. We are having a technical breakout here on a weekly chart. That's a strong sign, especially when it's on a weekly chart. Okay, not only is it on a breaking out on a weekly chart, But if you look at the daily chart, you'll see it just had this flag pattern and it just broke out. Now, again, it would have been nice to know that it was going to move yesterday or you know, obviously the day before, but again, it is what it is. So it doesn't mean it's done running. No. Does it mean it might want to pull back? Yeah, maybe a little bit, but I think that this is a lower price stock that some of you guys could be interested in. Again, as I said, 5-year chart or the weekly chart starting to break out. Daily chart just broke out over some big resistance areas. It's very likely we could see this continue. Again, it's a larger float stock, so it doesn't have a very low float stock. So, you know, if you do follow this and do end up trading it at some point, just know that it's most likely not going to move like a very aggressive penny stock. It has a larger float, meaning there's more supply. It's not going to move anywhere near as fast as some of the stocks you guys may have recently traded. If you traded Yecco or ANY, you know, or any of those crazier low float stocks. So that's one penny stock I would say you guys could definitely keep on watch. Another one that I would say you might like is dang it, what was it? Hold on. Actually, I probably have it in my recents. Let's see. No, where'd it go, Connor? What'd you do with it? What was it called? What was it called? Where did I put it? Yeah, there was another pretty low price penny stock that some of you guys might like. I'm gonna find it real fast. I didn't write it down. I caught a glimpse of it the other night. Sorry about that. Hold on. Apologize about that. I can't believe I can't remember it. Oh, there it is. I got it. Sorry about that. All right, so this is a lower priced stock, okay? Something that you guys might like, all right? Is IPCI. Okay. Now, do I really like IPCI? No, I really don't. It's not something you would probably find me trading. But again, some of you guys might like this. So yesterday, excuse me, let me go to yesterday's trading day. Yesterday's trading day, out of nowhere, this thing received a ton of volume. Okay. Look at the yearly chart here. Look at the volume. And then all of a sudden yesterday, over 10 million shares. That is interesting. Yeah. Do I normally like a stock like this? No, I don't. Some people like them, so I'll mention it real quick. The only thing that interests me on this stock is this volume spike, okay? If there's anything you take away from me too in learning stocks, it's something like this. Volume is key. Volume tells the story, because if there's no volume, no one's trading it. But if all of a sudden, out of nowhere, everybody wants the stock, that's something to pay attention to. Now, do I think this stock is ever going back up to $9, $10? No, but this might be something that you guys can make a gain on over, you know, maybe next couple weeks or something. So maybe keep an eye on IPCI, because it had a very interesting day of volume, and that's something to keep an eye on. So again, another penny stock you guys might like. And then yeah, that's about it. That's all I got for you. Other than that, guys, that's all I have for you on today's pre-market watches. So MNK, Netflix, and then maybe those two penny stocks you guys might like to follow. Again, there's just something. I did a quick research last night and said, these might be something. So if you guys like them, you like them. If you don't, so be it. Again, you don't have to trade them. All right. But I know for a fact there are some more people that want to see penny stocks like this. So I will put them on there from now on, give you guys a little insight into that life as well. And then also, some of you guys are probably trading the stock RGSE. I will take a look at that for you. I think that's the one, RGSE. Yeah, RGSE, or is it RGSE? I thought it was. Oh, it is. Yeah, I don't know why it looks weird on my 1-year chart. That's interesting. Anyway, so yeah, there's definitely some people trading RGSE. If I had to get my thoughts on this, there's probably, there's arguable some more money to be made on RGSE, that penny stock that's kind of going up right now. But at the end of the day, it's already really made its move here. It's already ran up to a high of 80 cents. So it's already getting into its resistance. So right now is not a buy, it's a sell, most likely, right? You look at all this resistance it has coming up. So it's arguable it could get up to 110, but it's got a lot of ways and a lot of resistance to get up to go through that. So if you were already long it, I would maybe stay long. I wouldn't really suggest buying and holding at this point on RGSE. With that being said, that's all I have for you this morning. So yeah, guys, I hope the watch list helps you guys. And other than that, stay green, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow morning for another pre-market watch list. All right, take care.